That smoke made my filter come off. Anyway, in this video, I'm going to be talking about the Amazing Digital Circus and the final act. So if you don't want any spoilers and you haven't seen it, I would suggest scrolling right now. This is your warning. Warning, spoilers. Okay, so someone leaked the entire Digital Circus movie on TikTok. I'm not going to say who it is. I don't want anyone to get in trouble, but I saved the video and I watched it because I saw my opportunity to see it. I wasn't able to go to theaters and, so I took my opportunity. I watched it because someone leaked it. And that's what I spent yesterday doing. And it was about midnight, freaking crying my eyes out because of how it ended. Like, it got me deep. It got me deep. It hit me in the gut with emotions. So I said I didn't really want to pick a favorite character until I've seen all of it, just, for clear judgment. And I feel like it's Jax. Jax ended up being my favorite character. Him and Kinger, I think Kinger is a really cool character, and I love how sweet he is, but mostly Jax. Jax officially became my favorite, and I've seen a lot of hate towards his character because of this ending, and I cannot be a Jax hater, and I have to explain why. It's one of those things where it's like, at the beginning of the show, I didn't really like Jax. I actually was kind of like other people where it's like, oh yeah, he's a dick. Like, he's being mean to the others. Like, that's not cool. But, like, we didn't know more of his lore or even his backstory until this final episode. And it's like the more I learned about him, the more he grew on me. I love Jax's complex character, and I feel like he's such a good representation of how bad mental illness can get. Like, how bad your mental health can get, and how it can drive you to doing the things that he did, and how he even realized in the end that it was his fault and it was avoidable. To give some context as to why I view his character the way that I do, I'm someone who has struggled with the majority of my life mental health issues. Like, I've had to get it handled professionally. I'm diagnosed with borderline personality disorder and PTSD. And I've gone to therapy since 2019. I've been in the psych ward 3 different times. And I've been on different psych meds until I finally found one that actually worked for me. The reason I didn't like Jax at first is because he mirrored an image of me, of who I used to be when I struggled very heavily with my mental health issues. And I really didn't like myself back then. A lot of people didn't really like me either. And it's like, when you struggle with mental health, you kind of like are in such unawareness. As aware as you think you might be, you're actually very unaware. Like, because the people around you, they're gonna think something totally different than where your mindset is stuck in. When you're going through Jax's memories and you can see, like, through his eyes, his point of view, like, of his memories, and he's sitting on that bed with Ribbit and he's, like, opening up to her and everything, like, the way he reacted right after, yes, I know it makes him look bad. It makes him look like a dick. Like, everyone is so quick to jump to, like, hate him because of his reactions. And, like, oh, Jax deserved to be abstracted. He deserved, but, like, no. His reactions in his brain, like, are actually trying to protect himself. Because, like, when you hear his backstory, it's like, he's very emotionally fucked up. I think I understand this because of borderline personality disorder. Like, when you split, or, like, when you heavily go to react, a lot of time, it's, like, reactionary. Like, you can't think before you react. Like, because you have this deep internalized shame. So then, like, you start to project, or you start to deflect, or you start to maybe gaslight. Like, it comes off as very bad, very abusive. But, like, in that moment, it's like you're unaware that you're being a bad person. You kind of just, like, your brain is just trying to protect you from what it senses is danger. It's sensing, like, this is gonna fuck me up emotionally. It's gonna hurt me emotionally, mentally. So it's like, you quickly react without thinking, and it came out the way that it came out for him. And it's like, I understand, because when I was, like, really stuck and really suffering, I would react in ways like that too, hurting people around me, very unaware of it. And, like, sometimes it can be very hard to admit the things that you messed up, the things that you did. Very hard to take accountability because of this deep internalized shame that you feel, because you know it was bad, but like, you can get better and you can take accountability and you can get the right help. Jax did not have that. He didn't have anything like that. I think the really sad part is Pomni being like, I can fix you, like, stay with me. And he's just like, no, I did this to myself. Like, he knew, like, that he messed up, but it was too late. And like, nobody can fix you. Nobody can save you. You can only want to help yourself. You can only save yourself. But it was too late for him. And he abstracted, which I think is a synonym of unaliving yourself in the show. And it's like, he was scared, but it was too late to turn back. Like, he was gone and there was nothing she could do. And that's why that hug scene was so hard. Like, I cried. Everybody cried. Anyone who saw it, we cried. I'm having a moment where I'm trying not to cry right now. And mental illness can be so bad to where it's like, you feel like you're not deserving, you're not worthy of love, you're not worthy of like feeling connection. So it's like, you can't let yourself believe that someone else can love you. That's why when Jax was like, you're not supposed to miss me, you're not supposed to love me, you're making it so much harder. And it's because like, he felt in his heart like he couldn't convince himself that someone else could love him. Like, it got too clouded in his head. And Pomni was trying, I think she was the only one to really get through to him in a way. And like, as he was abstracting, as he was unaliving, you know, and they say like, you know, when you're passing away, your brain plays like 7 minutes of your best memories, or like, you know, whatever was most precious to you. And like, all of his 7 minutes was Pomni. It was Pomni. Guys, she was the only one that really got through to him. Like, Ribbit almost, but Pomni was the one who like really hit the mark with him. And like, and that hurt. And she couldn't save him, and it was too late. And like, that's the sad reality. Like, that it's a very realistic ending, because like, the sad reality is sometimes you can't save someone from their mental illness. Sometimes they do unalive themselves. And that's really, really hard. And I was one of those people at one time. That shit really punched me in the gut. Like, psychologically, it really punched me in the fucking gut. And like, oh, I might even talk about it in counseling. You can't get me to hate Jax. I love Jax. He's my favorite because I understand him. People like me understand him. And I feel so much empathy. And I'm someone who wishes his character could have had better, but instead it showed the reality of what happens when you succumb to your mental illness. I don't really know how to end this. I just wanted to give my thoughts. But also, I mean, I could write a fan fiction. If anyone is gonna continue it'll be me. I like writing fan fiction. Bye! I'm so bad at ending videos.